we're going to go ahead and now move over to the next band tonight, which that is going to be Pern. And I believe I have Jesse and Matt, or just Jesse now.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, man. Go ahead, tell us a little bit about the band and the track we're about to check out.
Sure. Hearing Ola talk, the parallels are just too funny. So, we are, as of at present, we're a 2000, like early 2000s metalcore sound. Pretty raw. We're not. I wouldn't say we're in that modern realm just yet. The song you're going to hear is called "Gasping for Air," and it's off of our EP called "Barely Breathing."
Hell yeah. I know Bo's probably excited. He loves that era. So he's down. He's down the clown, as they would say. All right. So let's see. And this is a music video I got queued up for these guys. So if you are following along at home on Twitch, make sure you put your eyes on Twitch so you can check out the video. And here we go. This is Pern. All right. I believe it's my turn to lead off. So let me see. Let me get everyone back here on the screen. Get Jesse nice and big so he can answer these questions for us. All right. So, I kind of wish Bo would have let off on this one. You know what, Bo? I'm changing up the schedule. You're gonna take lead on this. I know this is your era. I want you to step in and take lead on this one.
Do we really have a schedule tonight? It's kind of a crazy night.
Yeah, I know, right? just so everyone knows some behind the scenes action here. We kind of have this like little schedule. Like, okay, when this band goes up, this host is going to take lead, and the other ones are going to support. But we threw that out the window just now. I did it. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bo.
I like it.
So before I get into anything to start, you got two Gibson. Those are look like the Voodoo models behind you.
Yeah,
Is that what
three.
those are?
Yeah, so there's three over my shoulder here. So I have I have a Voodoo Les Paul, a Voodoo SG, and actually the I couldn't get the Explorer. They're really hard to find. That's actually the Vampire Blood Moon uh, edition, but same Juju style.
Yeah, as soon as you jumped on the chat and I saw those, I was like, I gotta say something because those are getting extremely hard to find, and those are like, I mean, straight out of like 2004 or five or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, 2004. Yeah,
Way out of my budget back then.
Yeah.
I could just look at them in the magazines as I played my little $400 Epiphone. So
yeah, they were out of reach until I became an adult. So I get
right. Now I have big kid money, and I need to talk myself out of spending it. Right.
it.
So real quick, I mean, obviously, what like classic early 2000s metalcore vibes, great, great track, a lot of energy, a lot of aggression here and there. You got a kind of a lot of those elements, like you got the fun little harmonies here and there. You got the tapping over a rhythm and stuff like that. That's just always just fun. I love it. Vocal range was really good. Lot of differences with the screamings and everything like that. A little spoken word here and there. I like that a lot. I feel like people don't do that anymore at all. How much of this is DIY as far as like the recording and the video goes?
All of it.
Well, that's what I was guessing.
Yeah.
So you guys are doing that all on your own. Sounded. I mean, it sounded great. We really love the DIYers here. We all do a lot of DIY stuff, and it's just awesome how much you can do on your own. Just trying to get the sound you want out and get the music you want out. So we love it here. How about like the tuning on the guitars and stuff? What tuning we were in?
Drop B.
Drop B. Nice.
Yep.
Now on the video, you're playing on an actual amp. Are you guys doing amps, like recording the amps? You doing plugins for that track, or?
We modeled. So I play a Mesa rig, and the other guitar player's got a PV50 5152. So we just modeled those amps for the record.
Okay. So we're a 5-piece band.
Yeah. Yep.
How about the drums? Did you do some live drums? Did you MIDI drum those, or?
Yeah, so they're digital, but they were tracked live. So he played them on an E kit, and then they were touched up where needed. But yeah, they were performed.
Yeah, cool. That's what we're doing. We're doing that on our next round of songs that we're working on right now. So I mean, again,
right in this room that I'm sitting in.
Yeah. Save time, save money, all that stuff. We do what we got to do in the DIY world, right?
Yep. Different era now. We got a lot more tools at our disposal. So.
Yeah. How about the video? Was that DIY too?
Yeah. The video thing was I made that video. I think I saw on YouTube like 11 months ago when we became a band. We've only been a band for about a year and a half. Similar to, like I was laughing about the parallels that Ola was saying. So we got together about a year and a half ago. We got together from Craigslist, funnily enough. There was a guy starting a band. He was trying to piece it together through a Craigslist ad. The band that is now, Matt, Rick, the drummer and the vocalist, we met through this guy. We all got along really well. The guy who was starting the band, we did not click with. So he was exited, and Pern was born from that. So one guy was trying to put band together, and the rest of the band went on without him. So, but yeah, I had some songs that, a couple riffs I had written, and then, I was like, hey guys, we want to continue going. And then we started to, record a little bit and put some things down demo wise. That turned into doing it ourselves, making our own EP. And then once Gasping for Air was the first song we had finished. So the guys were like, hey, we should get some video content, get something together. So we had one show we had played that, that was filmed guerrilla style. We had some footage from that. And then I took some stock footage, from a free site, and I threw a video together just to get something out there to create some content. So that's that video just kind of came together in an evening of like, can't sleep, felt creative, and there we have it.
Hell yeah. That's what I mean. My biggest thing is always just, figure out a way to get it out there. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, with the last band, like we're probably, most of us are probably never actually going to actually make money doing this. Do what you can with what you got, and my thing is always just like, hey, we're just making stuff that we can be proud of, and there are people out there that are going to enjoy it. So, you know, um,
Absolutely.
do everything you can, do what you can on your own, and there's always, like the previous band, like the situation I'm in, where sometimes you have somebody that is just really good at the production side of things, that just you know likes you as people and just charges you next to nothing just to make you sound good. Sometimes that's
Yep.
always a fun thing too. um, so we're all about doing what you can, and just trying to get your music out there, and your vision or whatnot. So you're basically working on new stuff with a little bit different sound now too.
Yeah. I mean, we've got two songs completely pretty much written out, and we're playing one of them live now. There were 6 songs on the EP. That's pretty much our set list plus one of the new ones. The new, I mean, it's still, you can tell, obviously it's still the same sort of flow, but bit of a darker sound. The thing about our group is uh, we go we have a lot of different generations of guys here. I just turned 40. Our guitar player, my other guitar player, he's 21 years old. My drummer's 50. Um, the singer is 30. The singer and the bass player are both in their early 30s. So we have all sorts of different influences and stuff we've listened to over the years. I mean, our drummer listens to completely different eras than say obviously our guitar player does. So we have all sorts of different stuff we love, and it hopefully is coming out in the music and making us unique.
Hell yeah. um so where are you guys located at again?
We're in central New Jersey. So you know, really, I mean, going back to the 2000s, always been a really good live music scene, especially with and heavy music. So a lot of talent around here, man. It's hard to to stand out. So we're constantly grinding.
Awesome. And you guys all kind of, how often you guys get together to like practice and write and stuff?
I mean, at least once a week, we're in our rehearsal space together.
Nice.
I'm always in front of the laptop writing and riffing and stuff. So I mean, it's a full-time thing. As after work and family, it's all the band. So
And you guys are playing. How many shows you guys out playing right now? Decent amount, or?
yeah, we have 4 on the calendar. We last weekend we played. There was a battle for the Wacken metal festival, Wacken Open Air in Germany. So we got through round 1 last week. So we got round 2 in April, and then we got 3 other shows booked throughout New Jersey. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I love it. You guys are doing awesome. I'm excited to see what you guys keep on working on.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
A lot of fun. That's all I got for right now. I'm going to turn it over to Forge and the others.
How about you, Scarlett? You want to hop in this?
Yeah. All right. So, dude, killer track. I absolutely love the energy in this thing. I was like, the whole time, I'm just like, yeah, bobbing my head, like no, like energy drop off at all. It's just a good track. It's a good, solid track. Definitely love the mixing in this one as well. Did you say that you guys do your own mixing? I might have missed that.
Yeah. I recorded the record for us here at my house, and
Wow.
yeah, not a
Wow.
not a learned engineer by any means. So it was a labor of love. It was tough.
Yeah. Well, I can only imagine. Yeah, I definitely have never tried to tackle any of that myself, so I can only imagine. But you did a really good job with it, and it definitely suits the style of music that you guys are. So I really thought it was great, and I think that's super cool that your band is, you said, generations of people. I don't really feel like you see that super often anymore, and I wish more kind of bands did that. I'm noticing now when people are looking for members, they have like age ranges
Oh
on
yeah.
stuff,
Yep.
which I just absolutely hate that, honestly, because I'm like, you know what, like people aren't over the hill, people aren't too young. If they groove, they groove, and if they make good music with you, they make good music with you. Like that's just how it is. You know, I think what's more important is that you guys have that awesome chemistry, which you obviously do because you're making killer tracks. So I commend you guys for being kind of like, you know, spread out across generations. I think that's really neat. Um, but I loved the video. I thought the video was super awesome. I love how it was almost like an old movie. It kind of gave me like an old movie vibe with some of the filters and stuff that you were putting over the front of it, or like the top layer of it with the black and white was super cool. So I mean, if you edited that all on your own, I know that can be kind of a big task. I did one for one of my bands, and like, man, I mean, it was a little different scenario, but I felt kind of anxious when I decided to bite that off and and try to tackle that. So, can you tell me a little bit about like what your thought process was behind like why you made the video, what you made it? Because it kind of seemed like it might have had a little bit of a storyline or something there. So maybe you want to kind of talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I wanted to do something to I wanted to kind of tell a story the best way I could. Unfortunately, like all we had was that one little bit of footage of us performing live. It was at a basement show when you see the parts where you see us perform. But then I started to look up. I knew there was stock video available or royalty free video that you could get, and then so I had the lyrics in front of me, so I tried to figure out like what could I find that sort of is in sync with the lyrics, or it maybe tells a story similar to like the story we're telling in the song. The song, is sort of about a person who's got a lot of duality going on. They feel trapped. They don't really have anyone to turn to. They always feel like they're claustrophobic in a sense, and I kind of tried to find something that said that. So I saw, I found the footage of the guy in the room by himself that was sort of like in a solitary confinement sort of thing, and then the other footage of the woman underwater, kind of hitting the nail on the head on the gasping for air thing. But I was trying to create a parallel between the guy trapped in the room and the woman who looks calm under the water. Like the guy's freaking out and he has all this open space, but the woman's underwater and unable to breathe, yet she looks calm and collected. So I was trying to get some sort of duality going on with the visuals along with the audio, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah, I think you did a really good job of that. And I also I think whoever, maybe you guys shot the footage yourselves of you guys playing at the show, or I don't know, maybe you had somebody do that for you, but that footage came out great. I mean, honestly, I love the angle of it and everything. It makes it feel very close up and personal, like you're sitting front row at a show, which is what that person was probably doing. So that came across really well, and it made me feel like I kind of like know you guys in a way. So I really appreciated that. I felt like I was in a room watching you guys perform, and I think that was really cool. How you guys were able to kind of pull that off, and how you decided to make that into a video. So I mean, kudos to you to being like, hey, let's take this a step further and get some YouTube content and take some time to edit some things. And so yeah, I really commend that. And overall, really awesome job. I'm definitely gonna follow you guys on socials and everything. I want to see more from you guys, and I really love the old metalcore sound that you guys have going on there. It definitely had me bobbing my head there a little bit. So really cool.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think, yeah, turn it over to Forge now.
Yeah, let me sneak up in this. So let's see. Let's start here. Like, this is one of the cool things about I guess early 2000s metalcore, traditional metalcore, whatever you want to call it. You got a multi-generational band, and that's the style you landed on. It just goes to show how influential that style has been for everyone. And I'll talk about another episode real quick. We had a band in here. All the guys, I think, hadn't even graduated high school yet. They're like 18, 17, 18, and they went with that style, and they were like a mix of Bullet and maybe some old school ABR, August Burns Red. And it's just crazy how even the younger generations are like drawn to that style. It's just a great style to listen to. So you guys definitely embraced it and killed it. Loved the track start to finish, and for doing it all yourself, and you're not like you said a traditionally trained engineer. It sounded great. Filming it on a budget as well, it was not boring to watch by any stretch of the means, and it all fit, especially after listening to you explain what symbolism we were supposed to catch on it. It all made sense. It all tied together nicely. So you guys did an amazing job. So I'm gonna start there.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, and real quick, I do want to go to chat real quick. Before he leaves, we got Obsidian John there in chat. That is John from Obsidian Mind. I just want to give him a quick shout out. They're one of the bands that were on Banger Wednesday. I think maybe like season 1. They're OG, I guess, season 1. Just want to shout out to him real quick for dropping by. But also, I did hear Scarlett say she wanted to check you guys out on some of your platforms and whatnot. What's your primary platforms?
I mean, we're on all streaming platforms, so Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, pretty much all of them. As far as connecting with the band, Pern Band NJ on Instagram, TikTok, we're on there. We're on YouTube. We have a channel for Pern on there. So, but yeah, if you want to get up close and personal, Instagram's probably your best bet.
Hell yeah,
Pern Band NJ.
Hell yeah. And they're also going to be on the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. I'll plug that a few more times. I'm not going to feel bad about it.
Awesome.
But, I actually kind of, it just hit me. I kind of want to talk about this band name, Pern. What is the thing behind that?
Nothing really. There was just a little banter afterward, talking and, BSing between us and acting goofy. And it just a word that came out, and then we didn't have a band name yet, and I kind of just turned around and like, remember that sounds cool. It's quick, it's catchy, it's it's one syllable, it probably do a lot of fun things with graphics with it. It's really nothing. And unfortunately, there's no good story behind it. It's just a word that came out in a stupid joke, and it kind of stuck.
And that's something that we honestly, Bo, Scarlett, and Dom, if you're listening, we need to take note. We need to ask that question more often, because I think we've been missing out on a lot of really cool backstories.
Actual good answers, probably.
No. I mean, it's nice to hear whenever that's the case too, because it's because I'm over here overthinking. I'm like, what does that word even mean? Does that word have a meaning? Did y'all make that word up?
It was part of a stupid joke, but we usually let people just figure, come up with something themselves. We leave it a mystery of like its origin. We don't. I never tell people the origin.
Oh yeah.
The actual. So I let people decide for themselves.
Oh yeah. Well, it worked on me. You had me thinking for a minute until finally just asked. Hell yeah. Love it, man. Maybe this question got answered, but I want to ask it again anyway. This track, is this part of a series of singles, or is part of an album you've released or you're about to release? What's the discography looking like on this?
So we have 2 singles released, and those 2 singles are on our EP. So we have a 6-song EP. It's called Barely Breathing. Gasping for Air's on there, with 5 other songs. And they're, like I said, they're on all the platforms. So please feel free to check those out. But,
hell yeah. And do you guys got merch up and running yet, or?
Yeah, well, we don't have an online store, but we had plenty of physical stuff. We actually sold out of it of our last show, which was really cool. So
well, I'll say that's a good
we're
problem.
Getting more. Yep, we have a buddy who I have a buddy who works at a printing place. He makes all the buttons and patches, and he designed the logos and stuff for our shirts. So we're gonna get more stuff made for our next outing.
Oh yeah, nice, man, nice.
Yeah.
So, if those of you are joining in maybe a little late, we got Jesse here from Pern. We just checked out one of their tracks. Just going down the rabbit hole of questions and learning about the band and the origins of the track. So you know, we talked about almost everything that I can think of. But let's see. We talked about merch. We talked about lineups. I don't know. Is there anything that we may have missed that you may have wanted to touch on?
No, I mean, I do want to say this is a really cool platform. You know, to give bands like ours, you know, who've only been together a short period of time. Exposure is everything. Getting, you know, letting people know where to find us, how to find us, what we're about. You know, it's easier than ever, but it's also super hard because everybody's really talented now, and everybody has the same resources, and everybody's like really creative. I mean, just, you know, hearing Ola's band and their story. I mean, how can you not like that? You know, it's just the music's incredible, the story's awesome. So, you know, it's a great time to be a musician. It's a great time to be in a band, and I think we all feel pretty fortunate that we just get to do this. You know, it's just fun.
Oh yeah, well said, man. And again, these guys are going to be on the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. If for whatever reason you're having trouble finding these guys out on the social media world, come to the playlist. You can click over to them from there. And to Jesse's point, that's one of the reasons why we push the playlist so hard. Yeah, it's great to have everyone come here, hang out on Twitch, and, you know, talk and whatnot. But it's all for naught if people aren't going back and turning into regular listeners and fans. So we push the playlist because we want you guys to help all these bands fight the infamous algorithm, you know, that we all have to battle. And you know, I'll go down the rabbit hole a little further. That's how the show came to be. You know, I was going down the rabbit hole on YouTube, watching all of our favorite YouTube streamers do review videos of all the famous bands that were going to get heard anyway, whether they were on this YouTube guys or girls, you know, video anyway. And I was thinking, what about the little guys that, you know, they release a song and no one will ever know, maybe. And you know, we gave it a shot, and now here we are, season 4. People keep showing up, people keep listening. So that's all what it was about, just getting all the bands to come together, network, and I don't know, just hang out, listen to cool tracks, man, every night. And again, this night's no different. So far we got 2 great bands checked off the list for tonight. And you know, again, I'm gonna say thank you to Jesse and Pern for showing up and bringing a badass track that we get to now add to the ever expanding Spotify playlist. I told you I was going to say it about 20 more times. So again, Jesse, thank you. We're going to go ahead and move on to our last band of the night.